The habit formed emotional expression is can go as far as, man, you look so good. I mean, it can get verbal, and it kind of can be uncomfortable in some ways because you don't do it all the time. But LJ and I do things like this all the time, I mean, it's talking, kind of talking dirty to each other, throughout the day or whatever, or even if you send a text to each other with different emojis, different emojis, it's kind of fun, but that spices up the relationship. It's, do you remember when you were dating? Okay. So we're supposed to be Christians. I wasn't a Christian all like that when me and LJ was dating. And I remember some of the things that we used to do and say when we were younger, because those hormones and everything was going.
Lust.
And the lust was there, and you just said things. Then when you get married, it's like those things go away. Why do those things go away?
Right.
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 So why can't we start forming a habit of getting those things back, talking dirty, talking, pointing out, ooh, you making me feel whatever, I'm not going to go all there because I'm trying to keep it low key on the, I know we're all adults, but, just things, that what I'm talking about. So just being able to form habits of talking like that to each other, that gives excitement.
Right.
Especially if you're away from each other. If I'm at work or if he's at school, I think it's kind of exciting that if I know he's at school and I send him a certain kind of a text, exercising my emotional expression, then I know that he's at school, and I get excited because I'm thinking he's probably over there getting really excited up under that table at school if he sees this. It's fun.
So, hey, Aaron, how are you, man? It's been a long time. We're gonna have to catch up.
Oh, wow.
Nina, how are
Hi.
you? Erica, how are you doing?
Hi, guys.
Thanks for joining
Joining
us. But like she said, and then what's going on in your sex life is totally up to you.
Yeah.
You have to create the situation and the environment for you guys to have the sex life that God intended you to have. He that's something that he created for us in a marriage.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? To procreate so that we could have children, and also so that we could come closer to each other and become one intimately with each other also.
And to experience pleasure, because sex doesn't end at childbearing years. If God intended for us to just have sex just for procreation, just to have kids, then once we got done with childbearing years, then our whole sexual organs should just shut down and shrivel up and be done. But it doesn't, right? There's plenty of people who are having sex in their 80s and in 70s, 80s. They're having sex. And so that tells me that God intended for a married couple to experience pleasure together. And I think sometimes, especially in a Christian household growing up, you don't get that. You don't get the women, sex is a no-no. You don't know. You got to be, of course you got to be married. Obviously that's that's it. That's what we believe. But when it comes to expressing ourselves sexually in the marriage, we don't really do that. And then what does the husband say?
A lot of husbands believe that wives don't initiate sex, and me and Navika, we've had that discussion before, and that's, and honestly, ladies, you need to come, even if you're, sometimes
right,
you
Erica.
guys want it also, but it's not like us. So, but you guys need to initiate it also sometimes, because sometimes when we feel like you're not initiating it, she doesn't love me, she's not attracted to me, this, that, and the third. We feel rejected, and yeah, we're saved, but Satan tries to attack your mind, and then it can lead to other areas, lead to you or your spouse, if they're feeling neglected, going out and doing something that you shouldn't be doing. So I have to make sure, and she has to make sure that she's satisfying me and I'm satisfying her. So but another way she can do that, she can tell me, which she does. You're a handsome man, you look good, this and that, and blah blah blah, and vice versa. We have to create the environment so that our spouses know that we're there no matter what, that we're not going anywhere. Yeah. We love them and we're there for them. But we have to sometimes, like they say, you have to pump up a man's ego sometimes. You got to let him know how you feel about him and that he does look nice, that he is handsome, that you do love him.
Yeah. And so one of the other ways, we have actually 3 ways to increase intimacy and sex in your relationship. And we just talked about creating a habit-formed emotional expression, making sure it's a habit that you're talking and expressing and being emotional sexually with your spouse. But also balance between connecting physically and the freedom to do so. And we kind of touched on that a little bit, but promoting physical touch. Be down with flirting with each other and, things like that, and role playing with each other. There's nothing wrong with role playing when it's you two. What's wrong is when you start bringing other people into
thoughts and different into there. You don't want to do that.
Yeah, and that means that in order to do that, you have to create a no judgment zone. And this is hard for some couples because you have some couples that, especially on the women's side, that have been sexually, and I know it's not, men are not immune to this, but there's sexual abuse that's in our history that prevents us from being more aggressive when it comes to wanting, our needs met. We may not do that because of those issues that we have to work through. And right. So, but that's where the open communication comes in. That's where you have to talk. But you got to create an environment that is a no judgment zone when it comes to sex, and when it comes to creating that balance and that connectivity physically with each other. Right. If that makes any sense. We sound like a relationship communication specialist tonight. So just making sure, what do you guys think about, because this is a really big issue in the Christian marriage. Thanks for the hearts. I can't tell who that is, but thank you so much. What do you guys think about role playing in a Christian marriage when it comes to creating sexual excitement? I want to hear this. And I know it's like a handful of y'all, but this handful right here got a lot of Christian background, so we steeped in some spirituality. So I was just wondering and curious about what your thoughts are. Anybody in the replay, we'll be watching, and we want to know, what is your role play? What is your ideas about role play? I can't tell.
I don't know what that's meaning.
Oh, Erica, are you shy? Is that the shy emoji?
I don't know what that is.
She's like, girl, we don't. Okay, so okay, that's fine. That's fine. I just thought I would ask to see where we are. It's a question that really needs. I feel like we need, and this is part of LJ and this is part of our quest. Is to open up that communication. That's what Pillow Talk is all about. Good. I've been seeing your marriage minutes, and I appreciate them. I watch them, so keep on. And it takes some time. And y'all been married as long as we've been married, so, but it's just about communication. It's about what's comfortable for you, because one other thing is we don't want to do anything that's uncomfortable for either one of us. Okay, Eric says some of that old Christian ways is tough to get through. Yeah. It is. It is.
That's true.
But when you get through with it, it's free. I'm just playing. I mean, we're not all up. We're not swinging from the rafters. We don't have the pole in the bedroom, so it's not like that. What? Oh, I thought you was looking at me like, no, you didn't.
No, what she's talking about is stuff like, she might.
The bed is undefiled.
Right. Like, she might say, walk in the bedroom and say, I haven't seen you around before, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And then we act as if we haven't met each other, or we don't know each other. Knowing full and well we do. We just play little games and stuff like that sometimes. Yeah. But also, moving on to the next thing, we say don't refuse sex. Don't refuse sex, because the Bible says that she belongs to me and I belong to her. Yeah. You know what I mean? This body is mine, this body is hers. So, but we don't want to refuse sex from each other, because when you go refusing sex, then again, that's when, Satan tries to creep in and attack their marriage and different things and, thoughts and blah, blah, blah. And then it can lead to other things. But you got to be strong. But not just strong and refusing sex, because sometimes you're not going to be able to get the sex when you want it. It may be late, we may be tired, but we communicate those things to each other. We're always open, we're always communicating, and we're always understanding of how each other feel. But this is not going on day after day after day after day. Right. No. But it may be a time that she may not feel like it, or I may not feel like it. And we communicate these things to each other. And I know that we got to get up in the morning. I know that she has to get up in the morning. And I say, you want to know something, babe? Yeah, I understand. It is late.
Sometimes we have to we argue about it, because I'm like, I don't care about the time. Let's do this. And he was like, nah, I know you got to go. I'm like, I ain't never had to sit here and argue. How you would just argue with a man? But see,
that's because I'm concerned about her day the next day. I want her to be rested. I want her to be well rested. So I'm willing to say, okay, this is all right. I can control my feelings and what's going on for this night. I can do that and let her get some rest so she can be rested and be able to function well tomorrow and have a good day, So it's okay sometimes for it. I do that, and then she'll be like, no, it's okay, blah, blah, blah. And we'll go back and forth. But, we don't want to refuse sex from each other.
Right. So, you guys, and that's obviously biblical. And, we hope that you guys kind of got something out of this, or at least was entertained. Because we just want to get the word out. There is a thing out there called monogamish, and we're fighting against that. We don't believe in that. And God created marriage, first of all.
Right.
And marriage can work, right?
It does work.
And so we not trying to redefine marriage. We're not trying to add more people to the marriage. It's good just the way it is, and it works. Because
remember, God knows what He's doing.
Right.
He's in control. He's all knowing. So if He puts you with your spouse, it can work. Mm-hmm. But He's not going to make it work for you. You have to put in the work to make it work. So if you submit to God, His will and His way, and you pray and you ask Him what you need to do, what you need to let go of, what you need to surrender to Him, He'll make that marriage work for you. Right. From the emotional, through the sexual, through everything that you go through, every situation, God is right there to help carry you through that. But we have to start leaning on Him more in order for it to work.
Right.
And not give up on little, I'm not going to say little things, because I don't want to make a situation feel like it's not, important to someone. But finances, just, emotional, whatever it is that comes up, you can work through that together. You are a team, and you're supposed to work together like a well-oiled machine.
That's right.
But we got to learn how to do that. Mm-hmm. And it's that three-chord strand. You know what I mean? It's like that strand. It's braided together. It's not easy broken. It's strong because He's strong. Yeah, and when we lean on Him and we make Him the head, that's how it works.
Yeah. And, you guys, we just thank you for just hanging in there with us tonight. We hope that you got a good message, you know, and that you laughed with us a little bit and all of that. Thanks for the hearts again. We are going to let you guys go, but I do want to just remind you to make sure that you share this. If you liked it, share it on your page. I hope if it was okay, if you feel like the content wasn't too offensive or anything like that, share it on your page or tag some people in it. Thank you, Erica. We appreciate you. And just then want you to go over, click on the link I'm going to put in the comment section about the YouTube page, and click on that and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you know, help us out there. And we will then see you. Do we have anything else? Any other?
No. Nope.
We don't have anything else, I think. Hi, Jamie.
Hey, Jeff.
So, all right, you guys. Those of you that just tuned in, make sure you hit the replay button and watch it from beginning to end. I'm sure you'll have a lot of laughs.
And remember,
be the one who loves the most in your marriage. God bless you guys.